What's up, everybody? We are back again. This is my second episode on my new YouTube channel, Shomar Finds Fun. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the applause. You guys are so nice, so wonderful. Anyway, today, as you see, we will be talking about Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights event. The premier Halloween haunting event. I mean, across the board, I don't care what anybody says, this is the best Halloween event. If you're into Halloween and haunted houses and scary stuff, this is the best event, okay? Period. So much fun. I have been at least 8 times. I try to go annually. Sometimes I can't make it, but I have been at least 8 times, and every time I have so much fun. As a matter of fact, I'm planning a trip to go this year, so if you are interested, hit me up. Maybe we can meet up. So there's 2 locations, Universal Studios Orlando and Universal Studios Hollywood. I've only been to the one in Orlando. One year I'm going to go to Hollywood, but I just prefer Orlando. The park is larger, more rides. So, you know, it's kind of like nostalgia for me. But they also have the same type of event at Universal Studios Hollywood. So this image that I'm putting on the screen now is kind of like some photo art from a previous year, Universal Halloween Horror Nights. It has, up in the top left-hand corner, you see Stranger Things. And then right next to that, on the right-hand corner, you see Frankenstein and Wolfman. And under that, let's see, who do we have? We have Jordan Peele's Us in the bottom left-hand corner. Really good film if you haven't seen it. Shout out to Jordan Peele. Bottom right-hand corner, there is Ghostbusters, which is a classic. I know most of us have seen Ghostbusters. But all 4 of these were houses at Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights, I think 2019. Yes, 2019, because 2020 was a COVID year.
We're just going to cancel that out and move forward.
Okay, yeah. So those were 2019 houses, and it was so much fun. It was so scary. Universal typically has between 8 and 10 houses, maybe 4 or 5 scare zones, something like that. And we'll get to scare zones a little bit later. So much fun. So this year, Universal just recently made an announcement about one house that is coming back, and I'm going to play that clip for you right now. Check it out.
In the history of Halloween Horror Nights, there has never been a creature more terrifying, more horrifying, from the darkest depths beyond the grave.
It's showtime!
It's a ghoulish haunted house featuring the ghosts with the most. Beetlejuice. Only at Universal's Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah. About time you losers gave me my own house.
What? Are you kidding me? Beetlejuice is there? My mind is blown. Beetlejuice is back for Halloween Horror Nights 30. Who doesn't love Beetlejuice? Seriously, who does not love Beetlejuice? I know y'all grew up watching Beetlejuice and Lydia running through that house, you know? And so the good thing about Universal Studios is anytime they do something like this, it puts you right in the movie. You're going to feel like you're right in the Beetlejuice movie. You're going to go through the house. You'll get to meet Beetlejuice. You'll have the heck scared out of you. You might get to meet Lydia, you know, some of the famous scenes, you know, works in order, work your body like, whatever. Yeah, all of that. I'm sure all of that will be there. It will be a good time. Universal Studios Hollywood Beetlejuice this year, okay? So that is the only house that is confirmed as of yet. You have to remember, it is still early. This event starts mid-September and runs all the way through like the very 1st of November. So they haven't released all the information yet, but we do have Beetlejuice. They have also released the icon for this year's event, and his name is Jack the Clown. Check out this video.
Some say he's the one behind every scream. Some say he only comes out every few years. And some say he's closer than you think. To mark the the event's 30th year, Jack is back at Universal's Halloween Horror Nights. And this year, he's everywhere. In a haunted house, in the dark where you least expect. But the one place he's sure to be is...
in your nightmares.
All right, so that was Jack the Clown. And for those of you who have never heard of Jack the Clown, it's okay. It's cool because Jack the Clown is an original IP property that was created by the Universal Creatives at one of the first Halloween Horror Nights, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But he is the driving force, or I could say driving source of this year's event. So as they said in the video there, he will be everywhere in every corner. He might be in some of the haunted houses. He might have his own haunted house. He might have a scare zone. But he is calling the shots this year at Halloween Horror Nights, and I'm so excited because I remember the first year that I went, I met Jack the Clown, and he scared the bejesus out of me. I mean, he scared me. He was really creepy. He was over in like the corner somewhere, coming down the staircase, and he like jumped out at me, and that was just it. It was over. Scared the mess out of me. But I had so much fun. So, he is the icon this year. I'm really looking forward to that. Now, there are probably about 8 or 9 more houses that have not been announced. We're just patiently waiting on them to let us know what to expect. But I do believe whatever they decide, it will be a really, really, really good time this year. I also have posted information about dates and prices, and so let's talk about those things. Okay. All right, so here we have it. Let's talk about it. It says about Halloween Horror Nights. Select nights starting on September 3rd, and it goes all the way through to October 31st, 2021. Universal's Halloween Horror Nights now is in its 30th terrifying year, brings together the stories and visions of the world's most notorious creators of horror. You'll want to bring a friend with you, that is so true, someone that you can cling to, someone to hide behind, and someone to panic with. Because just as in horror films, where the first to wander off meets a terrible fate, there's one thing to remember at Halloween Horror Nights: never go alone. That is so true. If you come, bring somebody with you. All right, so we got haunted houses. Watch your back as you make your way through terrifying haunted houses inspired by the biggest names in horror, including a twisted Beetlejuice haunted house, plus Universal's own twisted creations. We got entertainment. Lose yourselves in outrageous live entertainment filled with diabolical surprises. So yeah, they have live shows, music, those type of things. They have attractions. So during Halloween Horror Nights, many of the regular attractions are still running. You got scare zones, you got food and drinks, you got merchandise, all these things that you have to look forward to if you decide to come to Halloween Horror Nights. And this is not a very expensive event, if you ask me, for what you're getting. Prices start at $70.99 plus tax if you buy online at the website. If you purchase at the front gate, the tickets start at $122.99. $122.99. So it's always better to purchase online. Also, it gets packed. A lot of people show up for this event. The lines are really long, so if you are only going to be there for one night, if you don't have a lot of time to spare, I suggest getting a express pass for Halloween Horror Nights. The express pass is more expensive. They normally start at about $100, additional to what you've already paid for entry to the park. But they do help you cut down the wait time, by about, I'd say, at least 60 to 70%. So they're well worth it if you want to get, the most for your money. You want to experience everything. You want to go in all the haunted houses. Then you need to invest in the express pass. That is the only way you're going to get to do everything that you want to do. Now that we've talked about that, my final thing to talk about is scare zones. So scare zones are zones in the park where scare actors are placed. They're in costume, they have props, the sound effects is lights, and basically you walk through and they just scare you as you walk through the park. I mean, that's the simple explanation. It's several different themes, several different locations within the parks. You can see them all on a map once you get there, but that's what scare zones are. And typically they have between 5 to 6 scare zones throughout the park. And there's no line, you just walk through. And they also have refreshments, and you know, you can go into the stores and purchase souvenirs and t-shirts, and there's so many things to purchase, and there's so much food. Halloween Horror Nights has its own, I would say, menu. I mean, there's so much food that I could probably make an entire video only focusing on the food for Halloween Horror Nights. But there's so much to explore. I don't want this video to be much longer, so make sure you follow me, like, subscribe, and share this video, please. It helps out with the channel on YouTube so much. If you like it, subscribe, share it, and don't forget to hit that bell notification button right there at the bottom, right there, so that you'll be notified when I post another video. And until next time, thank you for tuning in to Shomar Finds Fun. Have a good one.